When you hear the name Abraham, most people recognize it. He is, after all, the father of the nation that God was going to build. But think for just a moment, if you didn't know the rest of the story, if all you knew was just Abram before he became Abraham, you quickly recognize that he was the most unlikely character for God to tap to be the father of a nation. After all, he comes from a family that worships false gods, and evidently his wife is unable to have children. And yet this is the man and woman in which God will build a mighty nation. Well, I guess the takeaway here is, it's not really about them. It's about God. It's about God unveiling his upper story. And we've had the privilege of seeing that upper story unveiled. We know that indeed he did become the father of a nation, but at the time it seemed very unlikely. Have there been times when God has asked you to do something and you thought to yourself, I'm completely unqualified? I can think of individuals that I've spoken to that were very hesitant and very resistant to go on a mission trip, thinking that there was nothing that they could offer, and yet they come back changed people. I can even think about myself. Me becoming a pastor? That seemed unlikely to me, and yet, evidently, God had something else in mind. How about you, though? Has there been a time when God, you just felt he was nudging you, he was pushing you, asking you to do something, and you felt completely unqualified?